Yeah.
Now, did you know right off the bat that you were going to join the band once you met with them?
I'm reflecting on how that went. Did I know right off the bat? As soon as it seemed like they wanted me to be in the band, I felt like I should do it.
Mm-hmm. And what made it worth putting aside your solo career to do this, to take this opportunity?
Well, it seemed like the right thing to do. I had played across Canada so many times, and I played a good number of times in England, but I had a very small following in England, but I had a large following in Canada, if that's possible, in a country of only 30 million people. And I traveled across from coast to coast in Canada so many times over 14 years and 6 albums that it was time for me to try something else. And coincidentally, when I toured with opening for the Stranglers in England the previous time, my publicist there said, you should start considering joining another band. And I thought, there just isn't a band that I think I would fit into that easily. And then when I came home, it's the fateful thing when the universe hears you thinking about something, it can sometimes hand it to you. And I had the phone call and saying, would you like to come and tour with Styx and be in the band? And I suddenly realized that's the right band.
Very good, very good. Now, what was it like, the early rehearsals that you had? I mean, it must have been an interesting process to try and integrate somebody into a band that had been, really together for a long, long time in a certain lineup.
We just had so much fun in those early rehearsals. They were far more relaxed than I would have imagined, and I just realized I'm going to get to go on stage with 4 other, fantastic musicians. At that point, it was indefinite whether Chuck was going to be able to join us or not. Eventually he did, but those were just absolutely fun days.
I don't recall any tenseness, any nervousness. It was just fun, and I mean, everyone's such a great player. It's just like, well, you got to do your homework and learn the songs, and then you all have to put the pieces of the puzzle together in rehearsal. And we just laughed and had a good time along the way.
I think I thought about it far more seriously the moment I took a breath and at the first show and realized I'm about to sing Grand Illusion.
Right.
And then I thought, I'm going to get to sing the first 3 lines of this song, and then I'm definitely going to check the audience to see if what the reaction is. And by the end of that song, it seemed like everybody was digging it, and what was coming off that stage had an energy that and a vibe that they were responding to, and that has continued to this very day.
Very good, very good. Now, what's the difference between the way the band plays now and when you were first out in those days? How would you say that your approach to these songs and this body of work has changed?
Boy, I just think we're better. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's... Personally, the band has never played better. I've spent my life playing with great musicians, and this band plays great. And hey, there's going to be some people whose perhaps favorite members are no longer in this band, and they're going to disagree. And they have all the right to. But I have tons of friends. I know tons of people who tell me the truth. They'll tell me if though they couldn't hear the cymbals tonight or the band has never played better. And I have a ton of people that saw us in '96 and '97 and say what a different animal it is right now. And then there's people who hated Styx that I know, hated them. Will come to a show and be like, I can't believe how awesome it was. And that's a great feeling, and that's great to hear, and it sort of validates what I believe. I'm not crazy. I'm not.
And we're going to let him. We're going to allow him to continue to believe that for as long as we can.
Right. Now, is there anything else that either one of you want to shamelessly plug while we're here? Do you have anything else coming up that needs talking about?
Let me think about that.
So
Todd, you got something?
Well, we talked about Strange Animal. We talked about Taylor's record coming up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Well, is there anything else you want to say in closing? Where does the band go from here? What's the rest of the year like for you?
Washington tonight, a ton of shows for the rest of the year.
Working through Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving.
Wow. Yeah, so you're booked up. Well, very good. Well, thank you very much for being here today.
Nice to talk to you again.
Thanks. You too. Thanks
All right.
very much.